is a mob of Israeli teenagers in a cinema lobby in Jerusalem. They are not working class kids. That is not a neighborhood gang. Those are settlers. They grew up in areas that are treated as priority zones by the Israeli state. Living there gives their family tax breaks. They get cheap land, subsidized housing loans, and government-funded security. Their schools receive more money per student than schools inside Israel's internationally recognized borders. And their curriculum is colonial indoctrination. Indoctrination that it is taking us on the island of Ireland generations to undo. The British left in 1921 and we still have loyalists lighting bonfires with immigrant effigies on it 100 years later. And these guys are active shooters still in the house with a hardline nationalist indoctrination. They are educated in state-backed religious schools. Some of their rabbis teach that Arabs must leave the land indefinitely or else violence against them is justified. The funding for these mad things, these are 13 and 14-year-old boys in a cinema in a territory that was never Israel. Never. Jerusalem was never Israel. Not even 3,000 years ago. It is American tax-exempt organizations that channel tens of millions of dollars into these schools, into this system. Groups like Central Fund of Israel, Friends of Israel, and Ataret Kohanim raise money in New York and Miami. And that pays for legal battles to evict Palestinians, property purchases in East Jerusalem, and youth programs that are tied to groups like Lahava, who are a movement explicitly dedicated to expelling the Arabs. It's a group of Jews come to expel you this time. These donations are not only legal in the United States, but they are tax exempt. And it is evangelical Christians who send the money, trying to recreate the Crusades and take Jerusalem by force by sending 13-year-old boys into a cinema who use an end of times narrative as a shield for surveillance and war profiteering. Israel, Palestine conflict there is a testing ground for big tech, big war tech. So evangelical money, framed as end of times, is helping build global infrastructure, and it doubles as a live trial for weapons exports back out to the United States and beyond, probably. It's an end of times narrative shielding an endless war cycle. Israeli government bonds are still being sold in Western markets. They're actually promoted as a safe investment. But your return on investment is guaranteed. When any criticism of Israel can get you arrested. The more money that gets sent there, the more entitled these kids feel. Because they're being funded, you see? They're being told to go there. They get tax breaks and they get told that they are God's chosen people. Whatever it takes to keep everybody fighting, right? The result of all of this now, after 50 years more, is it has manufactured a new class of young people that we have to deal with who believe they are untouchable. They've grown up seeing their communities be protected by the army. They get money from foreign investors and they get validated by politicians. International capital is braided into the fabric of Israel's state existence. They have indoctrinated these children since they were babies to believe that Arabs are disposable, an inconvenience, or worse. When they march in a group of 50 to a cinema chanting death to Arabs, one guy hit one of them with a motorcycle helmet in the head. If you go watch the full video, they genuinely believe they are acting as defenders of morality and their nation and that they are God's chosen people. You walk up to an unprovoked man doing a menial job and you hit him in the head with a motorcycle helmet and you think that you're going to go to heaven. truth is, these kids are brainwashed and lied to. Deeply, deeply lied to. As Protestants in the North have come to realise. They're told they are the righteous defenders of the nation, but really you are disposable inventory for donor finance. A system fed with subsidies. Without the foreign money, they're nothing. The world, the media will tell you that this is grassroots, like, oh my God, what do we do with it? Israel is out of control. Look at them, they're crazy, these Israelis, oh no. But much like North Korea, you made them that way. You fed these kids with subsidies and lies and sent them off, thinking that they were gonna bring the Messiah. It's just organized teaching, weaponized school books.